Hello? Howdy. Howdy.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, hold on to your butts because the most insane comedy of the year has finally hit UK shores, and I'm going to tell you if it's worth your time or not. This is my review of Friendship. Craig Waterman is a quiet, unassuming suburban husband and father who goes about his life without much fuss. He has a steady, if uninteresting, job. His relationship with his wife has grown vanilla, and his son doesn't want to see the newest Marvel with him. But Craig's life soon changes when he meets and later befriends his new neighbor and local weatherman, Austin. The two's friendship begins to improve Craig's life for the better. However, when Austin informs Craig that they shouldn't hang anymore, Craig begins to spiral out of control. That plot synopsis I just gave was honestly the most difficult that I have ever had to put together. And that isn't because Friendship is some like intricately woven Inception level narrative. None of that. It is because Friendship is batshit insane. If you are familiar with the comedic stylings and persona that Tim Robinson uses, especially in his sketch show on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave, then I feel like you might be prepared somewhat for what lies in store with Friendship. Robinson has a very, very singular style of comedy where he is able to put himself in social situations, initially make them awkward, and then dial up the extremity to an ungodly level. Therefore, I will advise to anyone watching this video that if you have seen his sketch show and you were not a fan of this style of comedy, then do not waste your time watching Friendship. This will not change your perspective on that matter because it doubles down on that humor and it doubles down hard. Along with writer and director Andrew DeYoung, Robinson has continued on with this loser-esque persona that delivers some truly cringe and wince-inducing moments. Fortunately for me, I happen to love this sense of humor, and ergo, I ended up loving this film. This was the funniest film I have seen all year. There were numerous moments where I was really starting to hurt from just how hard I was laughing at whatever the hell was unfolding in front of me. What I love about it is that this style of humor and this comedy is totally impossible to predict. If you can predict it, I'm genuinely worried for your sanity. There are some fantastic one-liners. I think this film has a real opportunity to be one that is quoted for many, many years to come. Some of these one-liners were just absolutely fantastic, and I feel like my audience was getting on board with it because the line would be delivered and there was a delayed reaction because we were processing, wait, what the hell was just said? What the hell was he just done? And then you laugh hysterically. And that was just really unique to me. There is also one line that is almost at risk of just being a throwaway gag, but the movie hangs on it for just a second to make its statement that I won't give it away, but it involves a line talking about Afghanistan. Hardest I have laughed in any film this year, and possibly a lot longer than that. I laughed so hard, and I can't believe I'm about to say this publicly on the internet, but I laughed so hard that I farted. Not proud of that, and I apologize to everyone in the audience. I'm very sorry, but yeah, it caught me by surprise. And I farted. This film made me fart. Tim Robinson, I genuinely believe he is one of the best comedy minds in the business today because he's able to tap into such a surrealist, off the wall sense of humor that really no other comic is even willing to step into. Craig Waterman, the character he plays in this, he never seems able to fit into any group, any sort of relationship. He is always the outsider, stuck living in this hyperactive fantasy land. And you laugh at his outbursts, but you also laugh because we're then seeing it from the perspective of everyone else around him who is living in this natural world and seeing the ridiculousness that he is up to. And in turn, that just amplifies his obscurity even more. Paul Rudd is dependable as always, playing the straight man who you can see fall into gradual bewilderment the longer he spends with Craig. Kate Mara as well appears in this film. I mean, if you had given me a list of actors who I thought would appear in a Tim Robinson comedy, no offense to Kate Mara, she wouldn't have made the list. And yet, she's actually really, really good here. She gets some unhinged outbursts of her own in a way. At times, the movie does run out of steam. Personally, I think it's because that where Tim Robinson has cut his teeth in a sketch show format, transitioning that comedy into a feature-length runtime, there was always going to be some pretty heavy lifting to do, and at points there are lulls in the film. Look, if you want to analyze the story, I'm sure you can find themes of fragile masculinity, but I'm being completely honest with you, the story is a bunch of nonsense. It's more so just an excuse for this comedy to shine through, as opposed to trying to tell a story. So all in all, Friendship is a singular comedic experience that you will either love or despise. I don't think there is an in-between. The cringe factor is off the charts, but as a result, I haven't laughed this hard at any movie so far this year. Whether it was because of hilarious outbursts, uproarious one-liners, or what might be the funniest drug trip scene I think ever put to film, this is a comedy I can see myself coming back to a lot in the future, and if it sounds interesting to you, then I suggest seeking it out. So, I'm going to give Friendship an 8 out of 10. Anyway, guys, those were my thoughts on Friendship. Let me know, have you had a chance to see the film yet? What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And my question to you, we're comfortably now halfway through the year, so I'd like to know, what do you think is the funniest film of 2025 so far? But that's all the time we have for today, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.